Hey everyone, Selena for Who is Jesus Today, and I just sat here in front of the computer and I said, let me jump right into this. Let me dive into this. Let me deep dive into this topic. Wow, I am going to probably be making more than one video on this particular topic with different subtopics, okay? Because this is a great concern, and I think, I want to cover a few situations here, and I don't want to. I want to make sure that my approach is going to be coming from more than one side. My stance with these videos is not going to be leaning more toward the political. But of course you have to tap into that because that's a part of the history. And then but it's going to come from a social historical perspective, I would say more so, as well as the circumstances that we are dealing with. I'm going to highlight this time, although there are several types of populations, different countries that are coming to the border. There's been a lot of discussion, controversial issues regarding the Haitian community and so on. So I'm not going to jump right into that now. I just want to address something. I am used to an immigrant city. I know personally, I also have a history of immigrants coming into the United States. Some were settlers. Some came because of the famine in Ireland. Then there are a whole lot, actually, and that's pretty close to home with me, with parent and grandparents and great-grandparents and great-grandparents, generations and generations all the way back to Ireland. I can relate to the diaspora of 1492, okay, the 1492, the onset of colonization and the diaspora of multiple people groups. So I can relate to the African diaspora as well as the, the indigenous people of the Americas, the natives who are still here. We are still here, though we are, it's hard to find us who are, say, 100%, but we are like what would be, what has come out of all of the movement, the migration, slavery, settlers, colonizers. I mean, it's just, when you think about the history in the Americas, I often say that because I am not just a part of the United States of America, but of the Americas. Okay. So I feel that this issue I can handle with sensitivity, as well as be using constructive criticism, looking at it objectively as well as subjectively, because I can see it from both angles. And what else do I have to say about this? Just, I can empathize and sympathize. I understand the history. In some ways, I'm also a part of the history, but the truth is, we're all a part of the history. We're a part of the human history, but we have been moving around for a long time. Some have been invaders and colonizers, and some of that could be in our history too. And then we have people who are forcefully moved from their home land, and diasporas, and you put it all together and it becomes an infusion of really something very different and unique from its original ancestors. And I think that we can make that positive and even beautiful, to be able to come with a culture that includes all. It's inclusive, and I this is what I kind of enjoy about some of the cultures in the Caribbean, because that is exactly what has really occurred, and for the better or for the worse. But I'm going to be speaking about Haiti tonight, and I've had an interest in the nation of, say, Haiti for some time. And I feel that God has put that country in my heart, and I have followed it, and I understand the history of some of those struggles, as well as its history of victory. So I'm going to be putting up some video there. There will be the links where, in your time and your leisure, as you are led, you can look at some of this information. For some of you, you know it well. It's your own history, or you know someone that's a part of the history of the islands that are in the Caribbean. Okay, some say Caribbean, okay, whatever you like there. And first of all, when it comes to the South American countries and countries in Central America and the Caribbean, be it the Spanish-speaking countries or the English-speaking countries, the French, and also the Dutch. Aruba speaks Dutch. Yeah, so there is a lot of diversity. And at this point, I just like to kind of dib and dab and say all of it. It depends on what I'm feeling at the time. And so, for any of you out there, of us who have any history that we can trace back to the Americas, South America, Central, and the Caribbean, this is about over 500 years of history. And it's much older than the history that begins in the United States of America, in the Republic, which is still not 300 years old yet, of the U.S. So our history, I'm going to have to refer to myself with the oldest history. It goes back like more than 500 years. Okay. And the indigenous populations longer than that. Okay, a couple of thousands of years. So we are old. I consider myself as a part of the new, part of the old, and part of the ancient. And I have been blessed to work with people from various populations, because I had a job in teaching civil skills, helping people to get citizenship. So I have worked with immigrants who were here, and they were trying to go about things the right way to become legalized. I was helping them to improve their skills in, say, in English, so they'll be able to make it. They'll be able to comprehend and answer the questions and get jobs to take care of themselves. I work with people who they want to work, but they just didn't. They don't have the language skills and the social skills, and I have really been inspired by their determination to help them on their road to do things the right way. This is a nation of immigration, right? You know, it's that's just what it is. But there's a right way to come into a society. When I had taught abroad, I had to also get visas, and yeah, you have to do stuff the right way. And yes, and so I am aware of how so many people have to leave their native lands. I've worked with refugees, and so I've heard the stories. I have also spent time with people from Somalia, and so I've heard the stories, like I said. And if you're not in that situation, it's really hard to understand the struggle and those feelings of unsettlement. And then when you have kids that have to go to schools, and seeing kids in school who are refugees. I work with some, say, refugee students, and they're just so unsettled emotionally, and that impacts their relationships with other students as well as their growth and learning. So I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about me in that area, and kind of what qualifies me or enables me to speak from this, because I've had the experience. And what we're seeing at the border, though, I'm going to say to you, as a citizen of the United States of America today, I do not agree with this setup, and I'm not the only one. And there's a few reasons, okay, because this is not just attention at the border, but there are a few people that are being impacted, say, negatively. I want to say this, that there are immigrants that are trying to cross and the border, and some of the women are being abused and mistreated. There's been people that have died, and it's been really hard on the women and the children, as you can imagine. I am not for illegal immigrants just walking into a new country and not going through the legal process. But at the same time, we have to look at the current administration that's basically allowing this to take place. And it's really impacting the citizens of the United States of America. And it's putting a strain on communities that already have a history of struggle as well as current struggles. You see? And so there's going to be obviously cultural clashes, feelings of rivalry, and say rightly so, because when you have the citizens, tax-paying citizens, who are feeling, say, neglected, ignored, they are losing out in their own, say, communities where they were born and raised, and generations, and now you have people that are new, and here's the attention. It seems to be that all of the focus is on them. And so I'm going to speak first from the perspective of the feelings of people of the United States of America. This doesn't seem right, and it's not, and it doesn't feel fair, and it's not fair. It hasn't been handled, I feel, the right way. So I'm just going to say my opinion, that I think that this whole situation at the border has been mismanaged these years. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that it has been a criteria for it to be really managed any better, okay, by those who are up in the higher ranks here in leadership. Okay, and so Immigrants, yeah, I mean, whether people want to accept it or not, or admit it, that we are immigrants in this country, whether it's current or in the past. But that's for people who say willfully cross these shores and came here. When you are here because of the African diaspora, we were brought here not by choice. I can say we there, then I can say we for ancestors who were settling and had to leave Ireland at that time. And I have to say that my Irish ancestors settled upstate New York. And those settlements go back, not all were, say, Irish, but talking about 1700s. No, I'm not old. But I'm just saying, when I looked at the history, when I did the research. So when you can relate to coming here against your will, but now it's called home, because you have been a part of the establishment and the development of the United States in the Americas. Okay? And then at the same time, you relate to the fact that you are not that long ago still a part of the immigrants. Okay? Who are coming from the regions of South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. This is why I say I feel you all, because I feel historically a part of all of you. And I know that injustice is injustice, and it doesn't matter who it's coming from, but injustice will affect all of us in a negative way, and it should not be taken lightly. What is happening at the border, United States of America, it isn't right for the immigrants, and it isn't right for the people of the United States of America. And what we are starting to see more and more are cultural clashes, and not to mention misconception of people and their cultures. Some things we are hearing about the Haitian community has rubbed some people the wrong way. Some of it could be true, some could not be true, and so I wanted to spend some time. I actually did some research on this a little bit, but I am aware and comfortable in the Haitian community because I've come across the Haitian community a lot in New York City. They got some great food out there, I'll tell you that. And so if you want to say in Haitian Creole, like hi, how are you, sac passe, and then if you want to say in French, bonjour, comment allez-vous? Hey, bonjour, comment allez-vous aujourd'hui? Yeah, I did well in French in high school, and after that, it's gone. I mean, bonjour, au revoir, Céline, delicacies. I find that is not an easy language to speak. So, the border crises, I do not support the illegal immigration the way it's being handled. At the same time, as a Christian and as a people of God, and it depends on where you are in this spiritually, that we are also to have a heart for the foreigner. And the feelings of being a foreigner are not always good feelings. You can be in the United States and feel like a foreigner. I know about that too. Okay? But we are called as the people of God to not just want to turn away and to brush off other foreigners. Now, I'm not speaking about people that are going to bring crime, illegal activity, and gangs. I will not speak on that topic tonight. I know that is a problem as well. When you have countries around the world that are releasing their citizens that they no longer want in the country themselves. Like those nations want to clear up their crime and their problems in their streets, and so they are being sent to the U.S. to become a problem here. We are seeing this manifest in the streets. And when you have people that are foreign to a land, but they are causing unrest and violence, they should be dealt with as anyone else who would be treated for, say, doing crimes, who are citizens of that country. They should not be allowed to get away with mischief and felonies, and this illegal activity and being a threat to the communities where they just showed up. And it doesn't really matter if those communities already had their own internal problems. It doesn't give illegal immigrants a right to say, well, so what? There's already been crime and violence. Well, yeah, but now they're becoming a part of the problem and causing even more problems. And so, yes, we want to see in a leadership, say most of us who want to have a law-abiding society for the most part. I mean, if everybody becomes lawless, then we're in trouble. I mean, could you imagine if you have followed and you are familiar with the struggles and the devastation in the country of Haiti? Look what has happened to Haiti when they lost their president, Moise, who was assassinated. That was a very sad thing. Some people said he was good, some say he's not. You're always going to have that. But hey, any assassination, it's a sad story. Okay? And so that was a sad day in the history of Haiti a couple of years ago. And wow, did things really go down even worse. And then came an earthquake later on. And so this is a country that has been struggling to survive and exist for some time. And there's been misconceptions about the country of Haiti. We know that a part of a Haitian society is voodoo. And that is you can say for them who are practicers, it is a religion. Now, we as the people of God, we are opposed to voodoo and witchcraft. And they will tell you that it's not the same, but it is not of God. It is anti-Christ. It is another spirit, and it is not of God. And the spirit of voodoo, I have to say, has done a lot of harm to the nation of Haiti. But at the same time, there is hope for the nation of Haiti, and I, along with others, do believe it is. You know, there's a lot of islands in the Caribbean, and I can even say I know the ones that I'm connected to, and I like to say though that God has put in my heart the nation of Haiti for breakthrough, and that it will not just totally fall apart and collapse, but that's kind of where it's at. It's like it's all torn at its seams, and it's not really too much to hold it together. I have some videos that I have attached about Haiti, and I encourage you, if you're not familiar with the history, or if you may even have some knowledge, I think you'll find these videos really interesting. But I wanted to, I'm going to end this pretty soon. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time, as God leads the next couple of weeks or so, speaking more about the immigrant issues here, and where will we stand with this as Christians, apart from the political or the history, but about the people, about how will we treat those that are foreign in the land, even when they are illegal immigrants, right? I mean, we're all people, and this situation, we cannot put all of the blame on them, because it is this administration we have currently that seems to have ordered this. Okay, and so this has always been a nation where people are coming in, but this is something at the border that has become a crisis, and it appears to be mismanagement, something to pay attention to, citizens of the United States of America, and moving forward, especially because I'm going to have to say, I listen to social media too, and some of the things I've heard, I can see there's just a lack of cultural connection from who some of these people are, their beliefs, their rituals, their customs, what they eat or don't eat. I see there's really a disconnect for a lot of people. And the way people are categorized throughout the United States, it isn't quite the same in other parts of the Americas, because people first and foremost identify with pride from their nations, the land where they were born, where they represent that flag. And in those nations are specific cultures, as you know, that are unique to the people of that nation. And so there's been a lot of media focus out there about Haitians eating cats and dogs, and geese and ducks. Right, okay. I want to put a little bit of humor here, respectfully. Now, I cannot tell you everything that other Haitians eat. I've never eaten any cat and dog, but I've eaten some. I've eaten some food. I think I've had the rice and the peas. I've eaten some things, or I've seen it and I've tasted from someone that I think I worked with who was from Haiti at one time. But overall, the food in Haiti would be similar to a lot of the food in the Caribbean nations, and in Puerto Rico and Cuba, right, and Jamaica. This all is different and unique, but rice and peas, or rice and beans, arroz con gandules, arroz con frijoles, it's pretty much across the islands. And it's economical, and it's a standard food. You got your rice, you got your protein. But there are different foods that are going to be eaten in Haiti, along with a lot of other countries. So, Haitians, they've been reporting they've been eating cats and dogs. And what else did they say? Ducks and geese. Well, let me put it this way. I've had duck, but not from Haitians. I've had duck from the Chinese restaurant, Peking duck. It was pretty good. It was really good. I went to the store and I bought some duck home once, and it did not really come out so well. I realized duck is not chicken. You don't cook it the same. Before I tap into Haiti here, I did my research, and I kind of already knew this because people that I used to work with and from these countries, they told me what they ate. And so, for example, I've had a student from Guangdong, China, Guangdong, and he talked to me about eating snake and how that was a delicacy there and how good the meat was. And yeah, I haven't had snake, and believe me, I am not of that persuasion. But he was explaining to me how, I says, well, how do you eat that? They can grill it. They can put it in the stew. No, thank you. You see, it's a cultural thing. I don't eat snakes. Okay. I've heard someone say to me they eat rabbit. No, they eat that here in the U.S. I don't want to eat the rabbit. Okay. I know a brother in Christ who was a missionary for a while in Peru, and he spoke about eating some kind of rat. No. I am not into eating rodents. This is why I will have to opt to be a vegetarian or a vegan, if that's the only thing there is to eat. I told you I'd bring a little bit of humor. There's been a lot of tension on this topic. Okay, that's what I've had people tell me. I know that people eat deer. I think I had deer. I don't want to eat deer. So if it's a deer, don't tell me it's deer. But I've traveled places where deer is pretty popular. Now I see them out there running the street, they're getting hit by cars and stuff. No, I don't want to eat the deer. I like buffalo. I like buffalo sometimes more than the cow. Okay? So a buffalo burger is amazing. Okay, that's right. So what else are they eating out there? What else do they eat? They're eating lion somewhere. I saw people selling lion. Okay, hey, Lion King. No. I don't eat the lions either. Don't tell me that it is. And so now let's get into some of the. Okay, camel. They eat a camel in Dubai. I might try. I might try camel. I might. It's better than a dog and a cat. I'll tell you that much. Okay. They eat all kind of things. You know that. Did I leave something out? That before I get into the more extreme things here, because this is what people have told me. I haven't heard about parson. What's it? Yeah, but it's just, I'm not into the world of the rodents. I forget it. But I've seen them grill that. I think I was looking at one of these food channels. I follow a traveler, and I think he may have been in either Ghana or Senegal, and there was rat. So, anyway, it's always good to just eat the veggies under those circumstances. And so then I came across a couple of countries, and even Haiti wasn't on the list, that eat dogs. If you are like me, you don't have to watch the video, but it is rated PG. But if you have sensitivity and can't look at certain things, you may not want to look at dogs that are hanging like chicken. Okay? It does something to me, people. I can't really take it. But I wanted to know because you see, we got to get out of our cultural comfort zone at times. And even because we are thrust out of it. The people in Ohio, you have a new community there. The people from Haiti, what's going on? They're doing things you haven't seen before. I believe it. I don't think this is all someone just trying to say things about the Haitian community, say negatively, and that does happen. Believe me, even when I was a much younger person, I came across that because, for one, the nation of Haiti does have a unique history amongst its other fellow nations, allied nations. It also speaks French. It has its own, Creole that is also unique to Haiti, like sac passe. And it has also a unique history of the other islands, which you will find out. And so I know that it stands out some, even amongst its other Caribbean nations, by the way. So some things that are being said, it's just because it's a cultural clash. People are not familiar with how they do things amongst the Haitian community. Okay, and so I saw a few countries that eat dog the way you eat beef. And then I came across a country that really takes pride in eating cat. And it wasn't Haiti. And if you want to find out, you're going to have to watch the video. Yeah, they eat cat. The same cat that they showed on the grill in Ohio. I didn't know what a cat looks like if it's on the grill. Okay, people? Okay, I'm not really out there doing that. But then I realized here's a society all the way in Asia, and this is like a delicacy. And you know what that does to me. So I could imagine that if you are seeing this for the first time and you are shocked by it, how you would feel. If I passed by someone's house and they were grilling a cat, I would turn and go, and I probably would not want to eat for a little bit. It would take some time to get over that. Yeah, I'm very sensitive like that in regards to meats, animal flesh. And I didn't come across seeing that Haitians specifically eat cats. But I am not surprised to see them with ducks and geese. I mean, yeah, because you just take them by the neck, and that is done in countries all over the world. But if you're living in the industrialized United States of America, you don't go out there and just take the chicken by the neck and carry it home and swing the neck. You go to Costco. You go to Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Key Food, Walmart, right, the little bodegas. But you don't have to think about going out there and shaking off the feathers of the chicken. So, and I really don't want to do that either, because I am not used to doing that. And so what you're not used to is culturally uncomfortable. And when you see other people doing it, it becomes cultural clash. So now, culturally speaking, what we are hearing about the Haitian community eating cat it should not seem so far-fetched out there, because people do eat cat, and people in several countries eat dog, and eating duck also is pretty popular. It's a delicacy at the Chinese restaurant, Peking duck. Okay, I've had it and it was great, but I'm not looking to eat any Peking duck. I mean Peking cat. Okay, you can keep that Peking cat right where it is. But I want to speak now about the spirituality component. So some people, let's speak to the Christians, are not going to be prepared to understand and to deal with a community that has for a long time, many people, it has become the official religion of the nation, voodoo. Okay? Superstitious, and these practices are all over the world. They don't just come out of the continent of Africa and people in the African diaspora countries. But if you even go back into the ancient days of the Vikings, and also in Ireland, in the Celtic culture, there are, say, mysticisms and all kind of ancient fables. Then you have also Wicca, which is going to be popular in some of the European societies, regions. And yeah, there are various superstitious beliefs on the continent of Europe. Yes, that is not a part of neither the Protestants or Catholicism. It is separate. And so we as Christians, we know the superstitions, chasing after false gods, other types of so-called deities, that we would see that there is some kind of power and magic and objects, far be removed from us who are blood-washed saints. Now, there are people in Haiti who love Jesus. In the midst of all of the devastation and even the chaos now, there are Bible-believing Christians in the nation of Haiti. I'm going to put up a song. It's going to be in Haitian Creole, but you know this song. You have heard of it. It's popular, so I think you could be blessed by it, because I want to show you that there are people in the Haitian community who love Jesus, and they have broken through the bondage of voodoo. Okay, and if this is going to offend anyone from the Haitian community out there, I want to say to the people of Haiti, much love and respect to you. There's been a lot of struggle, but you are a strong and a resilient community. But we are not called to have any other gods except the true and the living God. So, in the name of Jesus, I say to those who are led in the church to pray that Haiti, that this bondage of voodoo would be broken. It doesn't matter what continent it's coming from. You'll find on every continent superstitions and works of darkness that people use to substitute calling on the one and the only true and the living God. He is the God that hears and answers and saves and delivers. But if we cannot support a society that wants to continue to entertain their false gods. So there are superstitions around these practices, and a part of that too is animal sacrifice and rituals. And so for people in the, say, United States, people on in the media, some of you out there that think that some of, say, want to attack or criticize Haiti, or I want to say that you probably don't understand that the people of Haiti do have a religion called voodoo, and in that there will be also the sacrificing of animals at times, and there's blood involved. Okay, yes, and that is not the only country in the Caribbean. I'm not going to go through the list of that now, but yes, and so what you are going to see is that people are going to bring their practices and customs from their homeland, and they're going to continue to practice it. Now, you can eat whatever you like to eat, but when you offer it up as a sacrifice, when you're offering it up as as a part of your, say, your demonic beliefs, then that's a problem. But you see, that's also an issue, that if you're not washed in the blood of Jesus, you don't know the Lord. How do you say come against in the natural these works of darkness? Because it isn't by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord. So these things have to be denounced in the Haitian community, the same way you have to denounce Wicca, and you have to denounce, say, Confucianism, and a whole lot of other things. False teachings and false religions. But with voodoo, they'll tell you, oh, it's okay. But no, it's not. No, it's not. You cannot put any other gods, graven, say, images and practices out there as the ones that you would turn to and call on. You can only call on Jesus to have salvation. So let's begin to say to the Christians, not all of you are going to agree with what I'm saying tonight, but for some of you in the faith, you know that the Bible does talk to us about how to treat the foreigner, and also the widows and the orphans. So even though people are going to have their illegal status still, they're going to be doing things here. It's going to be cultural clashes, and unfortunately, and we need to really pray and come against this, there's going to be a violence, and there's going to be a criminal activity, which we are seeing already. But that's not the situation of all of the immigrants. And the situation now that we're seeing, as I want to focus tonight more on Haiti, and how can we as people in the Spirit deal with this, and to recognize it and to call it out without coming against the Haitian community. You see, to love the Haitian community, but to call out the sin, to call out that this spirit over the land called voodoo, it does not help the nation of Haiti. That Haiti needs to turn around, and they need to look to the true and the living God and denounce it. But it doesn't happen all at once. But I want you to see too that there are people in the Haitian community who love Jesus, and they know that there's only one way to salvation, and that is in Jesus. And they are no longer a part of that. Right here in the U.S., people have to denounce witchcraft, right? And even in the church, unfortunately, at times, there's the mingling, the dibbing and the dabbing in witchcraft. And so, yeah, this is not to talk a lot about, say, witchcraft. Most of you out there that I think who view this channel and people that I view as Christians, you are aware and you do know about that. But you may not know some things that are culturally specific to the land of Haiti, and also affiliated specifically with the practices of voodoo in that nation. That may be something you're not familiar with. Okay, and so I've put up some links that you can look at and follow. Okay, and so yeah, I've covered a lot. This is one of my longer videos because there's a lot of tension. I know it. I hear it. People are confused. What are they eating? People say their pets are missing. I know someone will say, oh, that's not all true. Just don't shut people down and say something isn't just true when you don't understand the cultural affiliations. And don't be so shocked that people do eat dogs and cats. Yeah, I mean, I don't go for it personally, but it's eaten. And some places it's like a delicacy. So, yeah, it isn't just, something that you say, well, oh, you're just saying that about the Haitians. So for some of you out there on these news, say media, do some research. People are eating dogs and cats and snakes and maybe raccoons too. I don't know. And what else? And squirrels and maybe whales and all kinds of things. Okay? So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just, it's not that everybody just eats chicken, beef, okay, ham and bacon and tuna and salmon, right? I mean, yeah, people eat a whole lot of stuff, including people. Okay? And yeah, so I know in our Western society in the United States of America, what? I was surprised people eat a camel, but I was looking at some of it all cut up. And I says, gee, I think I might try that, because I could try that, but dog and cat? No. Dog, cat, and rat? Oh no. I have to be a vegan if that's the case, if that's all there is. Or let's put it this way, a vegetarian. Because no, that's not meat for me. So like I said, I was going to put a little bit of humor in this. We got to kind of take it easy and chill out a little bit. That, it is not a disgrace to think that are they eating those kinds of foods. I mean, people are eating those things. And so it's very likely that what people have been seeing with the Haitian community, that could be also part of the foods that they eat within their culture. But also I want to say, because the country, they say, they don't hide, they announce the practice of voodoo, and that does involve animal sacrifice. Don't take my word for it. There's plenty of information out there. You can read an encyclopedia. You can look at a video if you're not into reading a lot, but you can find it. It's out there. Okay? Yes. And so I'm going to shut down now on this. You can say this is part one. I wanted to get a little more into the tensions at the border and how to deal with immigrants. Some are illegal, some are legal. What does God say to the body of Christ with how to deal with the foreigners in the land, the widows and the orphans? And to be really honest, God's going to save some of these people that are new in the U.S. as well. Yes. And yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. It's like, countries are up for grabs. I understand, the feelings of patriots, why is like your country everybody's country? Yeah, and I do agree that there has to be some boundaries. There has to be some borders up where it isn't just accessed so easily to anyone and everyone. Yes, every nation has a right to have their sovereignty, to protect that sovereignty, and to protect that sovereignty in regards to its citizens. But there can be people who also become new citizens, and that's fine. It's just there's a right way to do it. And what we're seeing at the border, for a whole lot of us, we would all agree, it's not right. Something's just not right. And I do believe too, some of you out there, it's by design. Yes, it is. But it's going to backfire. And at the same time, it's going to cause problems for the citizens of the United States of America, and also for the immigrants as well. And who gets hit usually the hardest? Women and children. And then church, what are we going to do about this? Right. Okay, as a body of believers. And that is all I have to say. Long video. And yeah, I'm glad that I don't have to eat certain things. I'm sure you do as well. And just a little word of advice. We don't have to be so quick to say everything is just not true, or they're trying to, put down a community. People do eat all kinds of things besides beef and chicken. Okay? Yeah, I'm sure you know that. And so those are my thoughts for part 1 of issues at the border, illegal immigrants and immigrants, and what will the church be doing about this and moving forward, and how will we handle and reach out with God's love to the Haitian community that's in your area and other communities as well. So those are my thoughts. You can like and subscribe. Until next time, shalom.